Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing Jones. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels.
What a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Off the play fake, it's Thompson.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. The all-pro return man Marcus Jones deep for New England.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense. How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Now Jones.
Completes this one to Thornton.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And here comes Berrios.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 37-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
On second down, a run by H.A.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Berrios. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's A-Chain. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Now they turn to Thompson to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jones throw here taken in by Isabella.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Slot man moves right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 42 yards out.
42-yard attempt.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tops it now from the gun. Short pass to Howard. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Bryce Behringer now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
They're on the 47-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Thompson now, third down. Jalen Waddle, he's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, New England.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one is incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit out and back on their heels, but they're on a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Thornton, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Stays up. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Patriots 7. Will Lutz set 55.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. 1st and 10, here's Thompson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Thompson. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Thompson going to throw again on second down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying,
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9.
Here we go. 11.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, we saw a lot of negative play. And plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. A-Chain on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A-Chain was one of the big backfield home run hitters in the 2023 draft. One of the fastest players in the class. Miami excitedly drawing up plays like that for him from the moment they sent that pick in.
Here's a toss left for A-Chain. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down and 6 now. Now it's A-Chain headed right.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd down, here's A-Chain.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They run for it. A-Chain.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones now to throw from his end zone. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, they're on it. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Bailey now now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Here we go. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to A-Chain on second down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Thompson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Right back to A-Chain on second down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and long, Thompson.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
21.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running right, here's A-Chain. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish the season strong.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.